Let's get into the pros. 1. Affordability. If you're from a Western culture, this place is extremely affordable. A typical meal in a cafe with a drink may run you about 120k roughly, or go to a local warung, which is like these little shacks of local Indonesian food. You could get a full plate of food for an average of 20 to 40k, depending on what you choose. It's a place where it's probably cheaper to eat local than it is to cook your own food, which is a mad sentence. Living expenses also range, but start from 2.5 million for a guest house and can scale all the way up to as luxurious as you want. They've reintroduced visa on arrival, so you get 30 days for $35 and you can extend it for another 30 days. Bike rental, you're looking at around 600k for a cheap option per month, or maybe 900k for a mid-tier bike. And your fuel will probably be around 30k a week if you're a leisurely user, or maybe a little bit more if you're going on adventures. Either way, it's not going to hurt the bank. Anything after that point is optional, such as massages. They go around 100 to 150k for an hour, depending on the place that you go. You might want a gym membership, although this is a little bit pricey. I go to a cheap one for around 400k, but there's no aircon, just open windows and a few fans, so yeah, it depends on what you want. But I know people who are paying up to 2 to 3 million a month for a high quality gym. You get the idea. If you want to live on a budget, absolutely possible. And if you want to live a life of luxury, you can spend as much money as you want. 2. Nomad Community. Now this is one of my personal favorites. You will meet the most insane range of people in your life. As a nomad myself, I've spent my fair share of time typing in how to make money online. Find common things like drop shipping, day trading, making online courses, etc, etc. But here, I bet people who export wine from their home country to another one, all doing it remotely. Some people have their own startups, while others have a remote job and they're just enjoying Bali. You really have it all, and this is something that's invaluable to me. It is truly amazing to be surrounded by such a diverse group of people. 3. The local people. Probably the friendliest people on this planet. They've always got a smile, and they're just good vibes, man. I want to die. 4. Full of adventure. Where do I even begin? There is no end to potential adventures you can have here, all within a few hours of each other. You want beautiful white sand beaches? Uluwatu. Explore the jungle and find your inner spirituality? Ubud. Enjoy great food, parties, and generally social events? Canggu. Take a trip to a local island, Nusa Penida, and enjoy the beautiful sights it has to offer. Or go to Lombok, the neighbour to Bali. You'll be able to experience Bali of what it was like about 5-10 years ago. It's insane how much this country has to offer, and I can only imagine it will become more and more popular over time. Now time for the dun 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 cons. These are subject to opinion, and for me personally, this has not affected my enjoyment of Bali, but it's something worth considering. 1. Bugs. Everywhere. At a certain point in your Bali life, you just have to accept your fate, that you are going to get attacked by mosquitoes. Although this does range from person to person, some people spray bug spray and they get attacked relentlessly, and some people don't spray anything at all and they don't get bitten. So we live in an unfair world. You'll also see your friendly neighborhood gecko. They're everywhere. Personally, I think they're pretty cute, but you may disagree. 2. Theft. Now, this isn't something that I've personally experienced, but I've heard stories on the grapevine of it happening to some of my friends. So here's some quick tips and tricks, especially if you're a woman. Don't go alone at night, anywhere, on foot. If you have a purse or bag and you're bringing it into a club, for example, where it's crowded and people are bumping into each other all the time, make sure that you've got a little zip on your bag. It's very easy for someone to just slip in, yoink, and your phone's gone. If you're on the side of the road looking at Google Maps, make sure that your phone is close to your chest and away from the road. I've heard stories where people are just looking at their phone and then whoop, yoink once again, and they zoom off into the distance. These are extreme examples and it doesn't happen often, but do you want to be the exception? 3. Sunburn. Just apply and reapply sunscreen, especially if you're in direct sunlight. You will burn alive here quite easily. I went into Bali knowing this, and I still turned out looking like a fab ice cream. As one of the first people I've met told me, the sun is evil here. 4. Traffic. I have personally not experienced anything too crazy traffic-wise living here during a pandemic, but that may be the exact reason why I've not experienced it. There we go, baby. Pros and cons. See you in the next one.